Jackson here on January 1st, 2024. A lot of people have been wondering, what have I been up to since I've donated $100,000 to cancer research and to be only the 16th human being in the entire human species to ever cross Canada on foot? Well, besides being lost in the woods, let's get into it. So the last place we left off was actually the update video from October 2023. Well, what I'd like to do is take everyone back to January 2023, give everyone kind of a recap on my year, and then what's to come in 2024. So flashback to January 2023, I was on the west coast of Australia with my friend Siobhan. I spent about 2 months on the west coast just training, running up and down the beaches, getting some sun rays, and just trying to clear my mind as much as I could so that in a couple months when I took on the Cross Canada Marathon, my headspace would be as clear as possible. While I was training on the west coast of Australia, I got the amazing opportunity to go to Bali for a week to get to visit that amazing island. And then I ended up finishing the last of my training in Port Hedland, Australia. I got to see kangaroos, emus, the rare quokka, which is only on Rottnest Island, and I also got to catch a shark.
Holy shit!
So fast forward, the Australia trip is over. It was a fantastic time, but then I flew back to Winnipeg, as in 1 week I was about to take on my Cross Canada Marathon. So I got home from Australia, and what I pretty much did was slept for a solid week straight. After making sure that jet lag was going to cause me no issues, that was it. I had to get on the plane and fly to St. John's, Newfoundland. And then the rest was history there. From March 6th to August 12th, nearly 6 months of the entire year, I spent getting up in the morning, walking and running all day, 40, 50, 60 kilometers, going to bed and doing that all over again for 160 days straight. After going 7,000 kilometers and raising $100,000 for cancer research, I had officially finished my mission on August 12th. After completing the cross-country marathon, I still had to make the donation. So unfortunately, I only got about 2 to 3 days at home in Winnipeg with my family before I had to take off again. I drove off to the east coast of Canada where I had to pick up a couple more checks: Precision Textile, L'Artisan, Tammy, and T&L, Eldon. Well, right as I was picking up those donations, that is when Marianne caught fire, my trusty van I had for 4 years. My home, it burnt down. After Marianne burning down, a lot of my plans went to the waysides because initially, if you guys remember, I was going to go on what we called the victory lap. I was going to go from the east coast to the west coast of Canada again to go say hi and thank everyone who's loved and supported me along the way, because I couldn't have done it without you guys. And then after the victory lap, what I wanted to do was take my van and go south for the winter to California so that I could write my book. Like I said, not to sound like a broken record, but Marianne burnt down, so going south for the winter and the victory lap all had to get scratched. So now this leaves me on the east coast without a vehicle, without a home, and now I have a new acquired girlfriend, Bailey, that I met on my journey, and her 2 cats, and we don't know what to do. Bailey and I were lucky that since my home burnt down, her grandmother ended up taking us in for a month so that we could get back on our feet. After about a month at living at her grandmother's house outside of Fredericton, Tammy, who runs L'Artisan Yarn Store, has actually offered us to come live out in her apartment out here in Grand Falls for a very low rent price. Well, it actually ended up working out very good for us because she ended up remodeling her home in the basement to build us our own apartment and to charge us very little rent. You know, Tammy really did become a guardian angel, and, you know, she had no reason to be so nice to us, but I'm super appreciative of her and her family for everything she's done for Bailey and I. So since California got scrapped and we ended up moving out here to Grand Falls, New Brunswick, this is where I've been working on my book that we had about 160 pre-orders. We raised about $11,000 for that project. So that has been what I've been focused on and trying to have that done for the end of January. Since we weren't going anywhere, Bailey and I decided to add something into our family. We got ourselves a little puppy. She's not so little anymore. We got her late September. It's now January, so she's gotten a little bit bigger. She's a black lab. Her name is Stormy. Perfect timing. As I was filming that video, my phone ended up dying outside, so I ended up coming back to the apartment. And now I'd love to show you guys around and show you guys our pets. Upon entering our home, you gotta go down the initial staircase. Through this door is our humble abode. Let's go take a look inside. Upon entering, we got our tree still up, but I just love the vibes it gives the room. I'm so grateful because a lot of the furniture in this apartment was actually gifted to us generously by members of the Cure crew. We were gifted a fridge, a Keurig, and a toaster. Actually, this entire dining set was a gift. Our microwave and our toaster oven. One of my absolute favorite gifts was this water cup that was gifted to me by Sassy Pineapple. She's a bedazzler on TikTok. I love it so much. And then through this door, this is where I have my little office where people actually gifted us both these desks. And this is my little workstation. So proud of having my own space and my own belongings and also our own pets. So let's take a look at those guys. This is Luna. She's our little girl cat. She's 4 years old and she's a cuddle bug. This is Link, our little male cat. He's also 4 years old and a little troublemaker. And this is Stormy. She's our black lab. She's quite the handful, but she's the best. I love her so much. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait to tackle 2024 and bring you guys along with me. Let's find the cure.